Mr. and Mrs. Bachman, so this is Daniel at Kingdom Roofing Systems, and this is a repeat customer. We're actually going through a second insurance claim in 2 years. They've been so lucky to have 2 claims, but I think that you all will get to hear a little bit about why they're choosing Kingdom for a second time. So let's kind of start at the beginning. We met with you all, it would have been in, I believe, May of 2017.
Yep.
Got smashed by golf balls and baseball size hail. Comes out, they write an estimate. It's about half of what it should be.
Yep.
We started working together, and what was the overall result of that claim? How did that shake out for you guys?
Well, we decided to go with a lot of upgraded materials based on your recommendations, and
Yep.
you're always a little apprehensive when someone recommends an upgraded material because of the initial cost that you know is going to be a little more.
Yep.
But we were really pleased with the upgraded roof underlayment materials that we got, and we were really happy about the foam back siding. Made such a difference, way beyond what our expectations were.
Yeah. So you went with it was a massive foam back. It was a structured siding. Tell me, we were talking earlier about you split wood by hand and you heat your house with wood.
Yep.
It's a ton of work.
Yep.
Tell me this year, so 2 years ago, how much wood did you use throughout the winter? And then this year, what have you used?
We have an extremely large house, probably about 5,000 square feet if you include the basement. So it's a considerable amount. You burn anywhere between 14 and 16 cords of wood. And that foam back siding is made beyond my expectations as far as the savings. So at least 25% less wood, and probably more than that. In fact, I don't even have to load the wood furnace overnight.
Yeah.
It stays a comfortable temperature. So there's a period of the day now I'm not even using the furnace, even in the winter season.
So before, historically, did you have to get up in the middle of the night and load wood?
Oh, yeah.
And you don't do that at all?
I don't have to do that now.
So we've even bought you sleep.
Yes.
You owe me big one.
Yeah.
So was it worth the investment?
Yes. If it had just been marginally worth it from a cost standpoint, I would have been glad I did it, but far exceeded my expectations.
Now, I know that a lot of my customers, they tell us that their house was very noisy. They could hear dogs barking. They could hear cars running by. A lot of the outdoor noise was transferring. And have you guys seen any kind of difference there?
Well, the dogs barking in the neighborhood and things like that. And we're out in the country, so shotguns going off and stuff at crazy hours. You don't hear quite as much of that. But the energy savings is the most notable difference for me. But that it is a little bit quieter too.
Okay. So on your claim, kind of going back to where we started on your claim, initially, your insurance carrier, we won't say their name, they came out, they denied a lot of things that should have been approved. We worked through that. It was a little bit of a process. I believe we got them to cover about twice as much as what they originally wanted to cover. If we would have just came in, taken the original estimate and built it the way that they designed it, from my understanding, we would have had 2 sides of siding, one color, 2 sides original, one half of your roof, one color, the other half another color. Is that the way you guys remember it?
Yes. And so this is a nice house. And when we were young kids, we wanted a nice house. And so, obviously it didn't make sense to do that. So not only were we upgrading the materials, we were deciding, we really need to do this right.
Yeah. So,
beyond even what the insurance covered, we had a little bit extra that we took out a home equity loan on. But really so glad that we did that though. And working with Kingdom has been really good because they're able to help us navigate through those things. And we're not experts in that stuff. Yeah. And it's a zoo, really, the Philadelphia lawyer kind of stuff. And so it's been good to be able to have a facilitator to help us get through that process that we're just not familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah, we tell all our customers, the insurance carrier throughout the claims process, they're sending out an insurance adjuster. They represent the insurance company. And so what we have been able to do is really come in and be a representative for you to help look out for your best interest. 2 years later, kind of fast forwarding, we've basically got hit by the same hail, same size hail again. Tell me, how did the new products that we installed, the upgraded products, how did they perform today versus the products that you had historically?
Oh, well, the original siding that we had on the house was just Swiss cheese on those two sides that got hit. And the foam back siding that we had now, I don't think there's half a dozen areas that really got impacted. But since the hail was so significant, there were some areas that just got hit because it was just the same bad storm. But no comparison. And they just held up much better.
Yeah. On your first roof, I know the whole roof was totaled. I think this time we're changing out about 5 or 6 shingles.
Yep.
On the original siding project, like you said, it was Swiss cheese. I don't think we could have counted how many holes there were. There was holes on top of holes on top of holes where it was entire sections of siding that was actually gone. And I believe, again, we're replacing 4 or 5 pieces of siding. So a very substantial difference. Your brother he's directly next door, same hail, same date on both. The first insurance claims, I would say that both your home, the damage was very similar.
Yep.
Second round now, you opted in for the foam back siding. Your brother went back with standard siding. And again, very similar. We had to replace entire sides of siding on his house that was directional for the hail. And with you, we're just replacing a couple of pieces. So, with the foam back, we obviously know that, the R value, it's insulating the exterior of the home, and it's bridging the thermal break where the heat and cold transfer typically through your 2x4 studs or 2x6 studs. And then also it gives a structure to the backside of that siding, which helps against the hail. So the restoration process is going to be much less expensive. The insurance claim will be much less expensive.
Yep.
The time to turn it around will be much faster. So, I'm glad you guys have chose to trust Kingdom again. We are on April 15th going to start on round 2. We're going to get your property back to normal. You're going to be changing carriers because we're not super happy with the performance of the carrier that you do have, but we've navigated the process. So we appreciate you guys choosing Kingdom again.
Well, thanks for all the help. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.